Hello, and thank you for joining us for DCTV's Top 8 of 2018, where we take a look at some of our top stories broadcast right here on Channel 23 over the course of the last year. I'm Diamond Lewis, host of Let's Talk DeKalb.
And I'm Aviva Hoffman, host of The Furry Files.
And I'm Crystal Thomas, host of Dear DeKalb.
Our first stop in our tour of 2018 takes a look back at the State of the County video produced by DCTV. In the video, we highlight some of the Thurman administration's top accomplishments for 2017 and provide a glimpse into plans for 2018. Here now on DCTV's Top 8 of 2018 is story number 8. As the sun rises and sets on DeKalb County, so does the start of a new day and a new way in DeKalb.
I have no fears and I have no doubts. We will be successful. I remind you that this is not a one-man job. It's too big for me. It's too complex for me. It's too demanding for me. But it's just right for us.
Steering this land ripe with diversity, commerce, and steady growth means addressing the needs of one of the oldest water systems in the Southeast region. Cleaning 220 miles of sewers, removing 5.1 tons of debris, and completing nearly 2,000 stream crossing inspections, the county is forging ahead in tackling the half-century-old underground artery of DeKalb, inherited in a state of disrepair. And when the flow of the county's very lifeline was obstructed, it was collaboration which turned headlines of a broken system into a best practices model of swift, efficient, and effective response.
We're continuing to make progress, and we hope to have the line repaired in the next day or so. We plan to work around the clock and won't stop until we do just that.
It's great that the Environmental Protection Division and the county were able to coordinate the testing necessary to get the green light for drinking the water again as early as this afternoon. I think that was done in record time.
From repairing a critically aged water system to correcting age-old billing methods, moving forward in DeKalb means improving service to the people of DeKalb.
I'm proud that the Board of Commissioners accepted my request to fund a $1.5 million initiative called the New Day Project that will improve efficiencies in the water installation, billing, and customer service system.
From repairing the sewer lines this vital resource runs through underground to ensuring smooth sailing on roads traveled heavily above on the surface, DeKalb is working today for future growth and vitality. Embodied by the historic and unifying 71% passage of a SPLOST with a $1.2 billion impact.
SPLOST means bridging the divides, tearing down the walls, and doing what's best for all the citizens of DeKalb County.
A cooperative effort across all of DeKalb County.
An enhancement in the quality of life, a more walkable and bikeable community.
Improved roads, new sidewalks, public safety, and park improvements.
Great big fixes for a little bitty city.
We now have funds to repave roads in the residential area, as well as central business district.
SPLOST means some of the best roads in the southeast for Brookhaven.
Capital improvement, public safety, and fixing our roads.
Sidewalk repairs, traffic calming devices, as well as 15% on our public safety buildings for court and for our police department.
DeKalb is now going to be able to show the world world-class infrastructure to go along with its world-class people and facilities.
That we're going to move forward to the future.
Moving forward in DeKalb means ensuring clean and revitalized neighborhoods.
Major step forward today. We're cleaning up the business district here. That's sending a message that north, south, east, and west, that we are focused on reducing blight, remediating litter, and making and creating a higher quality of life countywide.
From sweeping blight out of neighborhoods locally.
But we're showing that we want to make this better, and we're committed as a governing authority to make it better.
We need your help. I'm good for America. Thank you.
Moving forward together in DeKalb means a coordinated countywide response in times of natural disasters.
When it comes time, nobody thinks about, oh, how big and how horrible this may be. We just go to work. It's what we do.
This is the heart work and the spirit of all of DeKalb. We're bridging the divides of the past to thrust all of DeKalb forward, brings to light the diverse, brilliant mosaic that is DeKalb County.
The journey to success is just that. It's not an event, it's a journey. And we are well on our way.
Wow, that story certainly said it all. As you can see, the Thurman administration truly hit the ground running, uniting DeKalb County and improving the quality of life for us all. Stick around. Just after the break, we will continue our top 8 stories of 2018. Our tour guide after the break will be none other than Aviva Hoffman. We'll be right back.
Have you mixed your pain meds, your sleep meds, your allergy meds? Call the Poison Helpline. Has your child swallowed household cleaner, a chip of paint, a wild mushroom? Call the Poison Helpline. Have you been bitten by a spider, a snake, an insect? Call the Poison Helpline. Poisonings can happen at the home, on the job, or in the great outdoors. Call the Poison Helpline first to speak with medical professionals who can give you free personal advice anytime. 1-800-222-1222. Save the number, save a life.
There's a threat targeting America: Lyme disease. Spread by tiny ticks, this dangerous disease can cause life-changing health problems and is now more widespread than West Nile, tuberculosis, and HIV/AIDS combined. So it's time for us to target Lyme disease. That means checking for ticks when you've been outside and seeing a doctor if you experience the warning signs, which can include joint pain and flu-like symptoms. Learn how you can target Lyme disease at targetlyme.org.
Welcome back to DCTV's Top 8 of 2018. I'm Aviva Hoffman, and this next story highlights one of the biggest accomplishments to date for DeKalb County. Our number 7 story on our countdown is SPLOST.
Now that 2 important DeKalb County referendums won overwhelming support in the November election, with 70% voting yes. What does that mean for the county? The approval of SPLOST, or the Special Purpose Local Option Sales Tax, adds 1 cent sales tax in DeKalb for a period of 6 years to fund core infrastructure projects. This sales tax does not apply to unprepared food or prescription medicine. DeKalb County's SPLOST went into effect in April of 2018, with DeKalb's sales tax rate changing from 7 to 8%. That's comparable to the current sales tax rates across Metro Atlanta, which are between 6 and 8.9%. With voters' approval, eHost, or the Equalized Homestead Option Sales Tax, has replaced Host. 100% of eHost funds are being used to reduce property taxes for homeowners, with the total estimated property tax relief adding up to more than $110 million each year. Even though the sales tax rate is up 1% with SPLOST, DeKalb homeowners save money on their property taxes with eHost. SPLOST is expected to generate a total of more than $636 million for roads and transportation projects, public safety projects, and the repair of capital outlay projects. Proceeds are being distributed proportionately, estimated at approximately $388 million for unincorporated DeKalb and $249 million for city governments and the county. For more information on the DeKalb County SPLOST and eHost, go to DeKalbSPLOST.com.
Isn't it great to see how our tax pennies are being spent? Again, that website is DeKalbSPLOST.com. Now, this next story will take you behind the scenes to show you how our police officers are truly dedicated to their job. Number 6 story on our countdown, Behind the Badge.
I don't expect people to like me automatically. I know that in the culture that we live in right now, the police are looked at in a different manner. But you would be surprised on how many people do appreciate us and love us being out here in general. 442 Data Radio. Every call seems the same because it's coming out as the same code that we use. It's always going to be different. That's 10-4. You can show my unit available. I am en route to a domestic call that has injuries. The person refused EMS, but it possibly happened on a different date, and he is supposedly not here. Domestic is a huge thing for me. A lot of the times if they need a female, they'll send me on some occasions to go talk to them because they feel comfortable woman to woman. Some people you have to talk to in a different manner, but as long as you give them respect, you're always going to receive it for the most part. So I am going to prosecute today for the battery because you do have visible injuries. You're in a domestic dispute and you called us out here. You understand why? For your protection and hers. Because what if you did and she ain't got no mom? I've been there. You don't deserve nobody to put no hands on you. You understand? You can call us if you need us, all right? All right, you be good. That's what's frustrating. She said this is not the first time that he's put his hands on her. It's just the worst. Now she's gonna feel like he's going to jail and it's her fault. It's sad. I mean, and he whooped her butt. And her child was in like the next room. So I'm sure she heard it. She still don't want to press charges. This is Club Quick Trip. I'm just kidding. It's always a party at Quick Trip. I do love my community. That's a lot of stairs, huh? I love when we have some downtimes. That's when I take advantage of getting out there, meeting with the community. Okay, you guys, you be safe. Y'all be good. You in elementary school? Yes, ma'am. Man, you tall. You gonna play some basketball? Yeah? Stay out of trouble, you feel me? You be good. Being an officer is one of the most honorable positions just for the fact that we can come out here every single day and do one good thing. That to me is honorable enough.
We really appreciate the hard work and dedication of Officer Hoyt and all of DeKalb County's public safety personnel. Now, coming up, we have a lot more of DCTV's Top 8 of 2018 with your tour guide, Crystal Thomas. That's next.
Yes, I am. Give it to him hard. No.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Why you stabbing me with it? No.
They want to help, but don't know how.
Oh,
Teach your kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
Yeah, I'm watching it too. I see them every day.
Curtains. They're always drawn in this place.
I know.
That guy seems like he's in charge of them. I don't know. I don't feel very good about this.
We have to report this.
Yes, absolutely.
Welcome back to DCTV's Top 8 of 2018. I'm Crystal Thomas. Now, next up in our countdown is an inspiring story about taking a stand and making a difference in your community. District 3 Commissioner Larry Johnson invited community members, DeKalb officials, and police officers out to the heart of South DeKalb as they hosted a prayer walk and rally. This is number 5 on our countdown. Enough is enough.
4 people are hit number 116 North San Fernando Boulevard. All troops to the 9 RD 11.
Around 4:15, we received a call of shots fired at this location.
There was a lot of blood.
Stop the violence! Stop the violence!
There were 2 people shot.
It was chaos. Enough is enough! Enough is enough! Enough is enough! Enough is enough!
There was an exchange of gunfire between both people.
I saw the guy was shot. Enough is enough! Enough is enough! Stop the violence! Stop the violence!
There's a great risk of people being shot. There's a great risk of people being killed.
People are dying at the hands of wickedness.
We've gathered together on this bridge today as one. We're not on this bridge to make a statement to man without making a statement to God.
we're dealing with now is vicious, it's mean, but it can be overcome with prayer and love. We want to move forward and do some great things because enough is enough. Everybody say enough is enough. Enough is enough.
What can we do to stop the violence in our community? This is just the first step, to bring people together. The next step is to have some strategy sessions on what are we going to do, because violence is a disease that we can cure. And how do we do it? Through conflict resolution, to neighborhood watches, working with our faith community, through after-school programs.
We're going to get ready. We're going to walk out this door here and go on Orange Street and go up to Candler Road and make a right.
I love my people, I love my community, I love DeKalb County. It takes every sector. This is an intergenerational issue that we have to deal with. We can't just leave it to the young people, the seniors. Every group is impacted by what we're doing.
Very happy to see us coming together on one accord, pushing a major agenda of peace together in the midst of all this violence.
Enough is enough. Y'all get ready. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Enough is enough.
Violence does not have a zip code, it does not have an address, it does not have an age, but we got to find a way to tackle this together. It's all hands on deck.
Stop the violence. Stop the violence. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Stop
we have got to let our neighbors see what's going on and get them engaged. It's not just kids. We have adults that are doing things that they shouldn't be doing. So we have got to get everyone to take a good look at themselves and count to 10 before they react.
Stop the violence. Stop the violence. Enough is enough. 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 Enough is enough.
I think this is a noble cause, something we must do. It's been a long time coming that we stand together against violence, against crime, against murder, against the things that are killing our community.
Stop the violence. Stop the violence. Stop the violence. Stop the violence. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Enough is enough.
The police cannot do it by ourselves. It's going to take the community, the churches, community leaders, the schools, everybody to come together to help us educate our brothers and sisters on how to deal with conflict.
This is a place that we want to make sure that we pray over, from the highway to the byways to the walkways, and make things happen.
This is an intergenerational issue that we have to deal with. We can't just leave it to the young people, the seniors. Every group is impacted by what we're doing.
We're standing together knowing that nothing is impossible with you. Father, we thank you for this gathering.
Solving your problems using guns, knives, or violence, period, that's not the key, and enough is enough.
We come together and unite. This is our community.
We are the change that we need to be. It's not going to happen through anybody else. It's got to happen through us.
This is our season. They thought it was going to be something else, but we're going to turn it around. We're going to turn it around. We're going to make it happen.
When you see things that need to get done, a servant never sits down and just waits for somebody else to do it. You don't take a step back, you take a step up. Enough is enough.
Stop the violence. Stop the violence. Stop the violence. Stop the violence. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Enough is enough.
District 3 Commissioner Larry Johnson and everyone else who came out to participate in the prayer walk and rally showed us all a very valuable lesson that anyone can make a difference in their community. Great work to you all, and we really appreciate all that you're doing. Now, next up in our countdown, we've got a story about DeKalb County's oldest residents. I'm talking about the living, breathing, walking history of DeKalb County. Let's take a look at our number 4 story, Nonagenarians.
The now bustling streets of DeKalb County, blooming with activity, commerce, and community, were once a bit more muted, slower, but still full of community, pride, and the search of opportunity.
Life in 1915 in DeKalb County was a predominantly rural setting with a series of small towns and communities. It was a period where any business that was conducted, especially related to government or court, you had to come to Decatur.
The kaleidoscope of nuances and developments of technology and infrastructure here in DeKalb and across the globe can not only be grasped through these images produced by the DeKalb History Center, One can also catch a glimpse into the history of DeKalb and life in the early 1900s through the oral history of some of our most seasoned residents.
I'm Shakya Hector Carlton Carew, born on the 8th of March 1921 in Freetown, Sierra Leone.
Hi, I'm Evelyn Kennedy, and I'm 90 years old.
I'm Gordon Leroy Branker. I'm 94 years old.
They are called nonagenarians.
It's just absolutely incredible. I mean, just the idea of all that they have gone through, all that they have seen in terms of change.
I've sent all my children here for education. They had preceded me. And I've had very good news about the place. So I was very much attracted by the information I had and also the pictures that I received.
When I moved from Jersey here, I met people. It was very nice. And there's a vast difference between New York and the South. A lot of things that you hear in the South, in New York, you don't hear in the South. I come here and I see there's a difference between that type of thing.
Well, there aren't too many of us who are still active and have reached this age, and I think that there is some honor to just reaching it in fairly good health is much more important. I had a wonderful run as mayor. I liked everybody and everybody liked me. We didn't have any great problems. It was a small town and nobody ever got mad at anybody, and we just had a good run.
Celebrating each and every day, these nonagenarians have settled into an easy life where they each enjoy spending time at one of DeKalb County's 6 senior centers.
I go there every day except Saturday and Sunday, here. It's very interesting because I'm getting more with this piano lesson.
I take classes, exercise classes for the most part, and I usually eat lunch there. I enjoy it, I enjoy the people, and I enjoy the interaction. It's a nice, the new center is quite nice.
Branker and his blushing bride of 15 years, Virginia, were actually the 100th and 99th members, respectively, to join the Lew Walker Senior Center.
Well, I like doing shooting pool. I enjoy that. I'm fascinated by shooting, especially when I see a person can hit a ball and make it go a different direction. It's a beautiful art.
You meet a lot of people, and you see some people who are in their just 70 or 80, they're walking like that and not like that. But with me, I can jump or roll, move around easily. I'm feeling quite comfortable and all right here in DeKalb County.
And as these seniors reflect on the way life used to be, one can only forecast the way life will evolve based on the many developments seen through the very eyes of our most seniored residents.
Your world is open. It's not closed.
People were interested in people and talking and visiting, and now it seems as though everybody's got a device in their hand and they're listening to that and they're not listening to you when they're talking to that. And I would say slow down, listen.
For all of our seniors, where no matter when they became DeKalb County residents, we are so happy to have them in our family, and we want to share our very best wishes for many, many more happy birthdays and happy holidays all at the same time. They really help us look forward to our 90s. So thank you very, very much.
Now that's what I call a birthday party. Happy birthday to all of our nonagenarians, and we wish you many, many more. Next up on our tour, we're going to have Diamond Lewis as our guide as she takes us through the rest of our top 8 of 2018. Stay tuned, more right after the break.
I call you and say, I'm with your son. There's been an accident and he's in jail. He needs bail money, and you actually believe me. So you send cash fast and then bye-bye. Think you're too smart to fall for this? Just last year, 150 million Americans weren't. 1 out of 3 of your neighbors lost $500. Can you believe it? You shouldn't. I made that up too. Maybe you will believe everything you're told.
What could you lose in a home fire? Your possessions? Your home? Your memories? Don't let your world go up in smoke. Make sure you have working smoke alarms and keep heaters 3 feet away from anything that can burn, because fire is everyone's fight.
Welcome back to DCTV's Top 8 of 2018. I'm Diamond Lewis. In our next story, I surely got a full workout, had a great time, and watched as our brave men and women helped to save the lives of people right here in DeKalb County. Our number 3 story in our countdown is my ride-along with DeKalb Fire Rescue. They run towards danger when everyone else is running away. From firefighting to answering emergency medical calls, the men and women of the DeKalb County Fire Department work daily to protect the more than 735,000 residents in our county.
When we get called, that's that person's worst day. I think psychologically, if you can calm someone down, let them know it's okay, that's what we're here for. To let them know that we are more than just firefighters, but also people.
I recently spent the day with the brave men and women at DeKalb County Fire Station 23 in Clarkston. Working a 12-hour shift, I started at 6:30 a.m., and it didn't take long before we got our very first call. We're standing out here at Memorial Drive on the medical call, which actually makes up the larger percentage of calls received at this station and all others across DeKalb County. DeKalb County has 26 fire stations located strategically throughout our communities. They provide service to all unincorporated areas in the county, as well as cities within DeKalb, and we were able to get an inside look at what it means to be a firefighter in our county.
Each position has its own function. On the scene, the driver operator's first and foremost job is to get us to and from the call. His also primary job is to take care of this unit, keeping up with the equipment repairs, how to troubleshoot the unit if we get into a situation on a fire call.
Firefighters also prep for emergency situations on the way to calls with a laptop that helps responders fill in information before they even arrive on the scene.
On this screen is initially where we will get the call information from dispatch. It'll have some of the comments that are made from the caller, and then all we have to do is read it and analyze it.
Fire Station 23 is home to 30 firefighters. This station answered a total of 7,827 calls in 2017 alone. That's an average of 21 calls a day. We're on Highway 78, just outside of Memorial Drive, and the firefighters who we've been shadowing all day, station number 23, they're actually working on an extraction, and as you can see, it's pretty bad.
We showed up to an accident with an entrapment possibility. It was this dump truck that had rear-ended a semi-truck, and the driver of the dump truck was pinned in the vehicle. We've done this a few times, so we get some good practice beforehand, but we get there and we spread the metal away from the patient to get him unstuck.
The hard work did not stop there. I went on a total of 13 calls out of the 20 calls Fire Station 23 handled that day, which included this dumpster fire. While my nerves were on edge, our firefighters handled the situation with ease.
It's an outside fire, you know, and visibility's good. There's no real immediate danger whatsoever. You know, just another day.
But we did manage to have a few in-depth conversations with our firefighters as they shared their everyday experiences about their hard work and their true compassion for their jobs.
Wearing this badge to me is a lifestyle. It's what I've become, it's who I am. It's my everyday, it's my life, it's my support system. Being that I came in, you know, being a young kid, probably at 24 years old, not knowing if I could actually do it, but giving it a try and actually succeeding at it.
What attracted me to being a firefighter is the schedule, the excitement of the job, the physicality of the job.
A piece of something larger instead of just my world, part of a whole. A lot of guts, a lot of unselfishness, determination, and dedication. That's what it means to me.
On behalf of me and my team, I would like to say thank you to the entire crew here at Fire Station number 23.
Now that was a lot of fun, but I will tell you my body ached for weeks following that ride along. And I want to say again thank you to the men and women of DeKalb Fire Rescue. They're true heroes, and you will see much more about them later on in this show. Stick around, you don't want to miss it. Now in 2018, DCTV was here, there, and everywhere. Personally, I went from that ride along to a fly along. Our number 2 story of this show is my ride along at PDK Airport. The annual Good Neighbor Day Open House Air Show at DeKalb Peachtree Airport is the highlight of the year for thousands in DeKalb, in neighboring counties, and even for some people from across the state. Good Neighbor Day celebrates and unites the surrounding communities. PDK is the second busiest airport in all of Georgia, and this annual air show offers attendees an inside look into its operations. In preparation for this year's air show, DCTV and several county officials decided to see what it's like to soar high in the sky with some of the best. Let's just say we went on a fly-along. Check it out.
All right, we're getting ready to go up. I'm going up in one of these babies. I'm a little nervous, but super excited.
Here's your next 4. Oh, missioner,
All right, Steve, let's do it.
I started flying when I was 12 years old. I soloed when I was 16 and have been flying ever since. Myself and a guy named Alan Henley started this team in 1985. We fly all over the country, even out of the country, having a ball.
Can I fly? Can I drive it?
Do you know how to fly?
Nope.
Uh-oh.
Let's fly, baby. Let's fly.
We had an opportunity to fly on these beautiful planes with excellent pilots. They turned us upside down and inside out. This was an experience. I really enjoyed it. And me, myself, see, I'm an Army guy. So I'm used to jumping out of planes, but I'm a doggone, I'm not used to all that stuff right there.
We had the opportunity to ride one of these old Navy trainer planes in formation with 3 other planes, great pilots, feeling the G's as we were doing a couple of aerobatic maneuvers, and really got to appreciate DeKalb from a bird's eye view.
So we are safe and back on solid land, but I've got to say I had a blast. I may have hollered once or twice.
She did good. Flying is in a realm of its own. No stop signs, no speed limit, nothing but one-way streets, no road rage. That's what I really love about it.
I thank you for taking me up there. My mom thanks you for bringing me back down
You got it.
I just want you to tell the people of DeKalb County, how did I do on the plane?
Perfect. Perfect. We had a ball.
Now that story was a lot of fun, but the pilot did not share with me the number of flips in the sky I was in store for before I got on the plane, but it was a lot of fun. Now stick around. After the break, we'll continue our tour of the top 8 of 2018, and I'll have Crystal and Aviva right here to join me. That and much more just after the break. Stick around.
They call me Prince like I'm royalty or something. But the places I've lived ain't no palaces. So I don't need grilled salmon or a new scratching post. Just give me a cardboard box and a can of tuna and we're good. You can even change my name. I'm cool being the kitty formerly known as Prince.
You're doing great. We're gonna try this again, okay?
Okay.
Wheels, pedals, handlebar, brakes. Sit up straight, keep your weight in the center, keep your eyes on the road, hands on the grips, butt in the seat. If we feel ourselves falling, what do?
Just keep pedaling.
Good girl. Now remember, it's all about balance and steering. Steer with your hands, steer with your body. Steer into the corners and you stay out of trouble. And the bell's your buddy, so go ahead and ding that. All right, you ready? Here we go. Pedal, honey, pedal. There you go, you're a bike rider.
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes. But 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush is easier, and it could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain.
Hello, and thank you so much for joining us again right here on DCTV's Top 8 of 2018. I'm Diamond Lewis.
And I'm Aviva Hoffman.
And I'm Crystal Thomas.
Now, as you just saw, 2018 was chock full of programs, events, and wonderful stories right here in DeKalb County. Wouldn't you say, Aviva?
That's right, Diamond, and I'm so proud of all the work we did in 2018.
Oh yeah, and 2019 is going to be even better, but we're not done with 2018 just yet.
That's right. Here now is the top story of our show. We take a look at the day our first responders here in DeKalb County went from being local heroes to international stories of hope and of heroism. Here now is the #1 story on DCTV's Top 8 of 2018, highlighting none other than DeKalb Fire Rescue.
Mercy 911.
There's a fire in Marquise Forest on building 290. It's a porch fire. Yes, it's spreading really quick.
You said people look like they're trapped inside?
Yes. I hear people screaming.
We have the fire department already en route, okay?
A firefighter, you saved a child, you see them drop from the 3rd floor of a building.
That incredible life-saving catch caught on camera by one of the firefighters' helmet cam.
Watch as firefighter Captain Scott Strupp makes the save of his life, catching 5-year-old Destiny Nelson from a 3-story fall. Destiny's father dropping her from the 3rd floor of this burning building.
12 people were trapped in that burning building outside Atlanta. All were rescued by those firefighters.
The video going viral is incredible. Firefighters catching a child out of a burning building.
Take a look at this fire video. It had families trapped, some of them even jumping for their lives, and firefighters catching babies in their arms.
We were catching babies like a football, literally. I mean, there were adults that were on the balcony that were dropping their babies right into our arms.
Heart-stopping drama as a toddler is tossed from a burning building into the arms of a firefighter.
Back now with the desperate moments for a terrified family having to decide whether to toss their children to firefighters 3 stories down. ABC's Stephanie Ramos.
Tonight, dramatic helmet cam video revealing the moment firefighters pull up to a raging fire engulfing an apartment complex.
An early morning apartment fire left several injured, including children. Our Daniel Wilkerson was at the scene this morning. He has the latest.
12 people taken to a hospital. I'm told of those, 8 of those are children, 4 are adults. Thankfully, they have non-life-threatening injuries.
Let's call this even more impossible, the situation. She caught the baby standing on a ladder.
Watch as firefighter Captain Scott Strupp makes this incredible catch. Another firefighter, Captain Jackie Peckrell, catches another one of their children in her arms, a newborn twin, all while standing on a ladder. I got about halfway up there, and here comes the baby down to my arms.
I'm extremely proud to honor the more than 60 firefighters that worked together on that cold January 3rd morning to rescue nearly 100 residents, including children.
Some Georgia firefighters being called heroes after saving several people from a burning apartment building.
I'm extremely proud of the firefighters because they exemplified on a national stage, international stage, the character, the courage, and the willingness to place their lives in harm's way for others, which are the traits found in the best of our profession.
Now, in an ABC News exclusive, Captain Strupp reuniting with the little girl he saved.
It's so good to meet you. Can I have a hug? Yeah, thank you so much.
DeKalb County Fire there in Atlanta. It is amazing.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, and kudos to DeKalb County Fire Rescue. We are the best.
Wow, what a wonderful story. And again, I want to say thank you to the brave men and women who put their lives on the line each and every day to protect us all. We say thank you.
Now, 2018 was incredible, but we look forward to an even more exciting 2019. Make sure you check us out right here on DCTV Channel 23. And you want to make sure you tune in to Let's Talk DeKalb. There you'll see even more interviews, stories about businesses here in DeKalb County, and all that you could ever want to know about the inner workings of your county government.
You can also catch on DCTV The Furry Files, stories about animals and the departments that support them.
And don't forget about Dear DeKalb. This is where we show you the stories about you, our DeKalb County residents, on DCTV.
Now, you see all of us all the time, but we also want to say thank you to the men and women who work behind the camera to make sure we bring you these stories each and every day right here on DCTV. So thank you to everyone who works for DCTV, and we also want to say thank you to you, our viewers, for watching us. Check us out on social media and make sure you stay tuned to us right here on Channel 23. We'll see you next time.